What is happening is confusing Igbo leaders. Welcome back to our very channel, my people. Mazi Simon Ekpa is throwing everybody off balance. Whether you believe it or not, the guy is making waves and he has truth. He's peddling truth. Some say he's peddling lies. But to me, what I see is history repeating itself. Igbo having another forefront leader. In him, we have it. Sure, that one is it. So please, let's listen to him.
We are bringing this particular subjugation to a conclusive end very soon. Finally, the exodus has begun. Remember, we are no longer making broadcasts. We have broadcasted, shouted on social media for years. It is time we are taking the bull by its horn, and Biafra is here. From the first day of February 2024, the Biafra history, life-changing liberation and self-referendum will kickstart, which is a few days from now. How many days do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, exactly 14 days from today, the history will start. 14 days from today. On the first day of February, Biafra will start first ever in the history of our life, first ever self-referendum, digital voting. Everybody must start making preparation to make sure your family, your friends who are citizens of Biafrans, who identify themselves as Biafrans, have the opportunity to vote and participate in the voting. Our target is to make sure that over 20 million Biafrans will vote for this self-referendum. This voting, early voting, and the advanced voting will last as long as possible. It is going to be more of accreditation. It takes the Zoo terrorist government many months to register for voters card. We, as a government in exile, have already started from an advanced level to show you when we say Biafra rule this world, it is happening and we are demonstrating it. The ideas of Biafrans all over the world, professionals doing wonders in their various endeavors, have come together, and that's why the Biafra government is a government like no other government in exile. Not in the past, not in the present, and not after Biafra declaration. This government has done more than what an independent country cannot do. We have been able to successfully build database for Biafra government. Nigeria do not have it. Many African countries do not have it. We are now adopting the latest technology to conduct the very first ever in the history digital voting in self-referendum. No country has done it. It is the level of the professionalism that we have displayed and showed in the leadership government in exile. So this afternoon, my fellow Biafrans, I have come to break the news to the Thomas, doubting Thomas, to those who said, instead Simon Ekpa will bring Biafra, let Biafra not come. Tell them to go and start digging their grave. To those who say, instead Simon Ekpa will bring Biafra, they will die. Tell them to go and start getting their casket. Because you see, that Biafra is here. Not that it is coming. It is here. Voting have started. We have outsmarted Nigeria, outsmarted the Janjaweed, outsmarted the most corrupt country called Nigeria. We have outsmarted the terrorists and Islamic State called Nigeria, and they can never, ever, ever see our back. We have shown them that you have to fear Biafra people. After this year, anything Nigeria will fear Biafra. After this year, the hatred on Biafra people will skyrocket times 100. After this year, they will fear anybody that call himself a Biafra. After this year, Biafra name will be used to deliver people from evil spirit. After this year, anywhere you go as a Biafra, you will be respected. Because what we are going to do to Nigeria and to their enablers will be beyond human comprehension.
And remember, it is all about, even this one is about political struggle. We are not into political struggle. We are into the struggle for freedom, independence, but completely independent from terrorist Nigeria. So that we can develop like Japan. So we can develop like the United Arab Emirates. So we can develop like every other nation that have done well within, few years. You can see that there is no easy walk to freedom anywhere. No, this junk of pregnant men from the Igbo land think that freedom is eating egusi and nkwobi. Mandela that they are making reference to today, Mandela that they are admiring today, every time they tell you Mandela did not fight like that. Mandela was in South Africa fighting. I must not be in South Africa or in Nigeria fighting, but are we applying the same approach? It must not even be the same approach. But what you have to gain from here is that there is no easy walk to freedom anywhere. So can you learn that from Mandela? Sit at home, you complain. And I want to tell you people today that nobody has died as a result of starvation because there is no food during the sit at home. Nobody. Nobody. There has never been any death recorded anywhere that somebody died as a result of starvation during sit at home. It has always been the Nigerian state killing our people when they try to go out because the sit at home was working. When they are fighting this sit at home, what they are not telling you is that there is something that this sit at home is doing. The impact. Some of the elders know the history of freedom more than you, but because they want to protect their interests in Nigeria, they are not telling you, history. They are not telling you what sit at home, what civil disobedience can do, how civil disobedience can change everything. What we're doing. Or do you think that I don't know what happened in South Africa? These are the people that know the history of South Africa better than you and I. We are only doing the research after the South Africa apartheid ended. So, but this old man who gathered themselves today and called themselves Ezendibo or Hanezendibo, whatever they call them, these old men, they know very well what South Africa went through. And for that reason, they are going mad because they know the importance of sit at home. It is to condition the mind of the people for what is to come. Some people say we should refresh. So let us refresh. So let us continue reading. So Mandela told South Africans in Johannesburg in his very famous speech, you can see that there is no easy walk to freedom anywhere. And many of us will have to pass through the valley of the shadow again and again before we reach the mountaintop of our desires. This is what we have succeeded in doing with the Biafra people. Sit at home is to condition you so that you are going to walk through the valley of the shadow again and again and again next year, 2023. You understand me? And today we have succeeded. We have been able to have every Monday sit at home. We have been able to have 3 days sit at home when the people, when the 14, all of you remember when Bubago in Imo State killed 14 innocent youth. These people that are shouting, oh, people are dying, in sit at home, you other sit at home. Did you see any of them condemning the 14 young boys that were murdered in their cold blood, coming back from wedding? Coming back from wedding, from their friend's wedding, they were all murdered in their cold blood. 14 of them. Did you hear any of these people shouting, sit at home today? Did you see them condemning the death of those 14 young men? You didn't see them. Because what you see them doing now, from the people they killed in the sit at home, is politically motivated. It is because of P2B, and we have defeated them. So if the P2B is not in the picture, nobody will talk. It was us. It was on this particular platform that we ordered Biafrans to sit at home for 3 good days to protest the killing of the 4 young men Biafrans in Imo State. That 3 days sit at home also has to do with during the time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went to court, and Monday sit at home, and another 1 day. It was 3 days, and the Biafrans responded, and they were 100% compliance to that 3 days sit at home. The records are there. You didn't hear Oga Ohaneze calling for arrest of the people that killed 14 innocent Biafrans in Imo State. Young men, young boys that went to wedding. Did you hear Ohaneze condemn them? Did you hear Ohaneze call for the arrest? Did you hear anybody writing petition anywhere online that, oh, this killing cannot be accepted? Why would you kill innocent boys? 14 of them were murdered in their cold blood. Nobody. In fact, that reminds me, I am going to play one of the women as the woman was crying.
They don't condemn Igbo youth killing, but they condemn police killing or army killing. But Igbo youth, they are nothing to them. In fact, they are not useful to them, according to their own thinking. But we are the people. We are the majority, and we must have to decide for them that this way you are going, we are not going it. All right? And we have to take our rights, and we have to take our future in our own hands. Our future should be in our own hands, and we move and make it happen. Thank you.